time for the Dog and Chicken Show. It seems like we have some kind of weird echo on the intro. That was weird. Maybe it was just on my end. Anyway, there, yeah. I hear an echo.
I have no echo over here, bud.
Echo. How are we doing, everybody?
No echo.
It's
I don't know
the
what you're
Echo
talking
Podcast. It's just the Echo Podcast all day, every day. Welcome, one and all, to the Dog and Chicken Show, episode 74, Robinhood. While the one and only Chicken tries to get the technical difficulties out of the way, worry not, folks. Gather one, gather all. We are here to discuss the topics of the day, the Dog and Chicken Show with Phil KOE, with Lynn, and we are going to talk about, clearly, an old English fairy tale of somebody that robbed from the rich and gave to the poor. Oh, no, wait, it's a little more topical than that. We are here to talk about Robinhood and all the other investment apps and all of the crazy topics of the day. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and folks, we are here to discuss it, but Tony, Chicken, Lynn, welcome to the show. Guys, how we doing this evening?
Thanks for covering there, Phil. I had apparently I had an extra window up in the background and I had a 5-second delay and I just kept rehearing everything. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So good cover, Phil. I appreciate it, sir.
Happy birthday, Justin.
Yeah.
Happy
podcast,
birthday, Justin.
I was going to jump in, but I had obvious technical difficulties. I've been trying to get my phone hooked up, but to no avail.
Yeah, to no avail.
Round of applause
Justin,
for fucking Phil and his professionalism.
Yes.
Oh, no problem.
Always appreciate
I'm
it.
Good
rarely
job, sir.
ever at a loss for words, but I will say, Justin, happy birthday to you, sir. We would sing you the happy birthday song, but dear God, nobody has enough money to pay for the copyright for that. So just assure that, we wish you a happy birthday. God, who's the lucky SOB that got in on that? They own the copyright to the happy birthday song. Jeez, that's
probably Disney.
It's probably somebody like that.
What do we got for the drinking game tonight? It looks like
Got it pulled up.
Perfect. Hedge fund. Oh, we need to put stonk in there.
Damn it,
Stonks.
Yeah, we
my
gotta have stonk.
Stock.
I like when I sent you guys that meme of the My Pillow guy, and it's my stonks. So now I only say stonks in the My Pillow guy voice in my head. Let's take a look at the stonks. That's I don't know why. It's way funnier that way, but it's quite the interesting time, folks.
Yeah,
game. I was just saying on the Yanked Up podcast, and I'll say it here for all of you at the KOE Nation Dog and Chicken Show. Guys, within the last 10 months. Within the last 10 months in our economy, we have had these two things be a reality within 10 months. Oil was worth negative $34 and GameStop was worth $200 fucking dollars. Those two things happened.
It got up to 450.
I get it got higher, but the fact that it ever even got up that fucking high is really the fact that oil was at negative 34 and GameStop ever got up to 34. And those two things you can say within 10 months of each other is astounding, folks. We are living in some of the most unusual and unprecedented economic times that any human has ever had the pleasure to live through. I say that with no hyperbole.
It is fascinating. Absolutely is. So if you don't know what we're talking about, if you haven't watched the news, you've been living under a rock for the last 36 hours. So basically this started about a week ago, maybe about 10 days ago, somewhere in there. What happened is some hedge fund guys were betting that pretty much GameStop was going to go bankrupt. Their stock price was down to just under like $3. And so this is how hedge fund guys this is how they get a bad name, is they bet people to lose. And this is what they did back in 2008 in the housing market crisis. And really, like, that's where they get the bad rap, is from that. They were kind of doing a similar thing here, betting on GameStop to go bankrupt, and they did it with AMC, the movie theater company. Nokia was another one involved with one of their short sells. So pretty much, so they're betting that stock goes down, and if it does, they get a whole shit ton of money. But if that stock goes up, which is very unlikely, otherwise they wouldn't make that bet, they're going to lose a shit ton of money. So pretty much some trolls on Reddit and some day traders on Reddit kind of coerced a whole fuck ton of people together to take their stimulus checks pretty much and throw it into the stock market and fuck these hedge fund guys out of money. The story I saw today, I believe it was from New York Times or Wall Street Journal, one of the two. It's up to $70 billion in losses to these hedge funds. Even with today's sell-off on everything, we'll get into all that and how that happened. But these hedge fund guys are looking to lose a fuck ton of money, which is, it's fascinating. So, like, if you didn't like the chaos with the Capitol riots and you thought it was too violent, it's okay. America is here. It can go both ways. It doesn't just have to be violence, and it doesn't have to just be right-wingers. The left is on our side with this one too. Yes, anarchy supreme.
I got a feeling that when there's a good cross section of our audience, now again, I'm not going to assume mind reading, but I'm just going to make an assumption here. Just going to make an assumption. I'm not reading anybody's minds. But if I were to assume the disposition of a good little cross section of our audience, when they hear, what? Hedge funders are being fucked out of billions? Golly shucks. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. You know, like, I got the feeling that might be kind of close to a fairly good cross section of our audience. So, yes, folks, we are in very interesting times. And what's more fascinating, because I was trying to explain this to some people who they're not of, you know, they're a little older than us. They're the baby boomer generation. They didn't quite get it. And when I hit them with this, they're like, oh my God, that is a power that's never been unleashed in the economy before. And it's like, here's the thing. The people investing in GameStop don't give a fuck if they make a single dollar. They are not doing it for any gain. They are making sure that the hedge funders lose. They would rather the hedge funders lose 10 than them gain 1. Okay, that is where this is actually coming from. So I've never in my life seen a collective effort of malicious investment like this. We've all seen states and governments try to play at this a little bit, but it's never worked like this at scale, like this quickly. So this is
with that many people coordinating.
This moment will be studied.
Yeah. This is like, whether you know a lot about stocks or not, like, the last 48 hours have been probably they're making history right now. And after I realized what they were doing, to Phil's credit, like, he's absolutely right. This is going to be studied for a long time. There's going to be laws written because of what just happened. There's going to be some crazy fucking regulations because of what just happened. But I had to get in on it. I threw $200 at it and said, fuck it. I don't care if I lose it or not. I'm just gonna fuck the man. I don't care. And I've only lost $60 on it so far. So I'm okay.
Yeah.
And technically you don't lose anything until you sell. Yeah, technically you don't lose until you sell. So yeah. I'm not,
unless you take a full hedge, but that's a different.
Here's the greatest quote I heard today was on TikTok, and this dude says, he goes, "We all just figured out this in the last week, that money is now a meme. And once we figured out money's a meme, we're going to take it all to the moon." And it was like, yep.
Grow the farm up with an interesting point here. What's even funnier is the funds are selling off tech stocks like Facebook and Twitter to pay huge margin calls. Because when you've got just a straight hedge, you get margin called every day. What you're down, they don't just say, we're going to take this money out of your account. They say, no, we have taken this money out of your account because you can't make up the margin. And so that's what's happening to these hedge fund traders is they're getting margin called hard.
Yep.
And so this is going to be some very, like you said, Chicken, laws will be written, books will be written, movies probably starring Steve Carell will be made. Like, I don't know how that motherfucker always seems to find his way into it, but yes.
What did
yeah,
project say there? Let me find that one. So here we didn't get into this. So what happened this morning is we expected this huge bump. This is why I got into it, and I was like, yeah, I'll be part of the group that pisses everybody off. So I threw it in. I got in before aftermarket before 5 yesterday. So my shares went in. And then markets close at 5 here, Central Time US. And then in the morning, the pre-markets go to open, and they blocked out the 5 or 6 main stocks that everybody was trying to go after. So pretty much everybody who bought into it, your only option is to hold or sell. And so that you cannot grow your investment. So everybody was trying to blame these guys for using pretty much crowdsourcing to artificially inflate the value of a stock, which is not illegal to do. Really, it's not. But then all these apps shut down the availability for anybody to actually invest in them because they think the stock might go up. So all these we refer to a retail investor is just normies like us that just grab a Robinhood app and start investing in the things that we think we can make money off of. You were denied the opportunity to make a quick buck on some easy stocks because of crowdsourced funding. Like, they were doing it and people were making a shit ton of money off of this and then getting out. There's nothing wrong with that. But they denied the ability to do that. And then everybody who was in that already invested and we're going to get out and we're just trying to make money off of it, we're fucked today. People lost a lot of money today because these apps refuse to allow people to buy into them, and your only option was to sell.
That's going to be a rod for their own backs in the end, because now I never thought we would ever see the day where Ted fucking Cruz and Alexandria Ocasio fucking Cortez
Too soon.
are on the same fucking team.
Nope. Too soon. Did you see her tweet and reply?
Oh yeah, I saw that nonsense. But yeah, like, oh Jesus. Like,
she said, I could work with fellow Republicans on certain issues, but 3 weeks ago you tried to have me killed. I was like, oh, fuck off.
What?
Why you gotta bring up old shit?
Yeah, why you gotta keep bringing old shit up? No.
But what I was saying
did Tony's kids just interrupt?
Nah, you got the far right and the far left, however you want to interpret it. Now, again, like that, I believe the word is histrionics, but beyond that, you've got the far left, the far right, both saying this is horse shit. AOC is going to start opening up investigations, a House investigation, which whether you like or hate the woman, what I keep saying is it's moves like these is why her or someone like her within the next 20 years will be the president of the United States.
Yes, Urasama said, I heard Ted Cruz hired an assassin. Is that right? Yeah, I think he hired the guy with the horns. I'm pretty sure. The shaman.
I thought he was the Zodiac killer, so why didn't he just do it himself?
Yeah, was it him or was it his dad that was the Zodiac killer?
No, they were saying it was him, wasn't it?
Oh, really? Well, didn't he? Which one killed Kennedy? Was that the Bush family? I can't remember. Anyway, 2016 election.
But when it comes back to Robinhood, like 2 hours after they shut everybody down, they already filed class action lawsuits against them, like within hours.
There's at least 5 that I know of. I know there was one in Richmond. There's one in South New York State. There's a whole bunch of class action lawsuits against Robinhood right now for specifically what I was talking about, removing your right to invest in shares. Yeah. But here's the thing: is if you were one of the wealthy elites and you were somebody who, is a hedge fund or Wall Street trader, you were allowed to trade willingly and do whatever you wanted. But us simpletons that are unsophisticated day traders, you're not allowed.
Peasants. Little peasants.
Yeah, but they're going to open it up tomorrow, like Ura said. They said there'll be limits on it. I'm really curious what those limits in. I think that limit's going to be 5 fucking minutes, and then they'll lock that shit down. That's really it. I hope that 5 minutes goes to the moon.
Damn right.
It will.
Damn right.
Now, this is what's fascinating is I have also never seen such blatant, naked-faced market manipulation. Like, usually there has to be a level or two between it, but just the idea of we are not going to allow you to buy stocks X, Y, and Z. That is very rare. Now, in commodities, there is such a thing as a market limiting up or limiting down in a day. But that's an entirely different animal.
Stock. Yeah, that happens.
So that the fact that they're picking and choosing which stocks you're allowed and not allowed to buy is a very interesting precedent that like I said, the only metaphor that I can find for it is, like I said, when the commodities allow for market limit up or market limit down for certain commodities. But even then, it's for wild oscillations in the price, not because you've got lots of people willing to put their money down on the stock, and they're trying to prevent it from going higher.
They know full well that they could lose all that money, and they can still make that decision. So that decision's taken away from them. Not only that, but here's some of the interesting. Now, this is all alleged. We don't know for sure if all this is true or not. But some of these sister companies or some of the I don't want to name names on here because I don't want to get us pulled off. So it starts with a C and kind of rhymes with infidel. So they do most of their trades on and make most of their money and give most of their money to Robinhood. And they were subject to be part of that $70 billion loss. And there was rumors, again, this is not confirmed, but some good sources did say that this particular company re-up those shorts right before they cut everybody's ability to buy those stocks, which means they were obviously going to gain back a bunch of their losses in this endeavor with Robinhood. So I don't know if it's true, but it wouldn't surprise me. It's pretty much all the hedge funders and all the rich people were like, fucking normies are kicking our ass in the stock market. We have to do something. And I would not be surprised if somebody did something intentionally illegal, in my opinion. And we might see perp walks after all this is investigated and all this comes to light. Very good chance of it.
You know, I don't think you're going to quite see that far. What you will see is some major fines being handed down. And here's the kicker of it. It was common folks that'll get fucked out of the money, but it will be the company that pays their fine to the government in the end. So it won't be anybody that got fucked out of their money that ends up with anything. So that's always an interesting little twist that you always notice whenever there's some kind of stock chicanery. The people that actually got fucked don't actually get anything out of it. It's just a fine paid to the government. So that'll be what happens in the end. But like I said, you've got the far left, the far right. Even if the far left and far right aren't getting along amongst themselves, they actually agree on this one issue, which, God damn, if I was Robinhood and all the other investment apps, I would not want to be the one thing that can help bring bipartisan support in this fucking climate. I would not oh, good God. I would want
We just need something new to need something new to hate. Lynn, what do you got?
We skipped a complete little segment. What are y'all drinking tonight?
Oh, yeah.
And hello, everybody.
Phil and Chicken are like we're way too eager to like just dive in.
They just dived in like a chubby girl on a cupcake. Wow.
I'm totally out of rhythm because I've been waiting. I waited for like 5 minutes to even pour my drink. Jesus, even when I'm talking, I can't.
Well, I'll just go ahead.
Phil, you need to reload. You're like 2 seconds behind.
I'm drinking a little bit of Cardew.
Ooh,
okay.
Cardew. I need to get me a bottle.
Cardew 12-year and my good old favorite Templeton rye and some Coke. So to everybody's good health and to stonks.
For me, it's my second favorite day in my lifetime. This is the second time America has revolted against the elites in 1 year, in 1 month. So I have my favorite Crown Royal, and then I'm going to switch over to Jura because it's time to celebrate, bitches. I love it.
All right.
This evening, I am polishing off a bottle of Dalmore 12.
Ooh, yeah.
Figured, why not?
I'm drinking the tears of hedge funders. Yes, Urasama, I love it.
Yeah.
That's what this big round ice cube is the teardrops of
frozen
billionaires.
Lynn, your camera looks so much better tonight.
Yeah, isn't it amazing what a Samsung phone does?
Yeah, I'm not doing the iPhone thing. I'm not taking the bait.
I know. You go.
Yeah,
that's
because
bait.
you don't want to be teamed up 3-on-1.
Yeah. And I'd still win. That's great.
I got a 2-year-old phone and it's got really good camera.
Dalmore 12 chicken.
Dalmore 12, nice.
Dalmore. Tony, how about y'all?
I cracked open a bottle of Booker's, and this thing is a hot tamale. Holy crap. This is the pigskin batch. It is 127.3 proof, 63.65 ABV. Holy shit. This thing is spicy, but it is really good. I did have to cut it with water a little bit just to open it up a bit, but my God, it's delicious, but man, is it strong. So, real quick before we dive back in, I'll get the one thing out that I had until you and Phil take this back over. Okay. Yeah, you guys kind of sampled on it a little bit. Was the fact that I love how this is the first thing in probably let's be realistic, maybe 2 years really, where politics don't really matter. Your political preference is out the window. Everybody's just like, yeah, no, fuck the elite, and they're clearly cheating us. They're currently making it so blatantly obvious and offensive that they're rigging the system that nobody gives a shit who you voted for, who you like, what your beliefs are. It's just, no, fuck the cheaters. Let's get them at their own game. And now that it's happening, even more blatant cheating and rigging of the system is happening. And everybody's just like, oh my God, they're just doing it right in front of us. Blatant illegal tactics are happening right in front of our very eyes. That's why people are talking about it being history. So it's nice for like the first time in, probably even more than 2 years. Politics aren't the big factor in a big news event in history. It's actually just normal people who are trying to expose something that's always been there, but it's it's front and center now. Everybody can see it for what it is, and it's probably really offensive and disgusting for a lot of people who didn't realize just how dirty this system really truly is. And I'm interested to see how deep it is. I really am.
So,
I think there's going to be off of the keys real soon.
Tony goes through this like unity speech, and then right away Project's like, I want to talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene, which is obviously very triggering. And then Eric, MAGA.
Now, Project, you're gonna have to forgive. You're gonna have to forgive most of us. We haven't been paying attention to outrage porn in the last few days. We've been mostly paying attention to like the stock market and stuff like that. So the regular outrage porn, we're not sure why we're supposed to be upset with Marjorie Taylor Taylor Greene at this particular moment. I don't know why, but I will say she's an elected representative from Georgia. And if you don't like her, you got a chance to vote her out in 2 years. So there you go.
Let's touch base on a couple of other big names real quick. Rashida Tlaib comes out of this looking fucking amazing. She was one of the first of the squad. She came out and said, "This is awful. There is no right for Robinhood to do this. This needs to be investigated immediately." I was like, Rashida Tlaib, yeah, hell yeah, motherfucker. Like, I was like, I'm liking this. But then you had the AOC thing where she like accused Ted Cruz of trying to kill her 3 weeks ago, which is okay, kind of paranoid and weird. But then Ilhan Omar, fucking classic liberal. How she want to fix this? Tax every transaction. That was
Jesus.
I was like, oh my God, that is such a liberal fucking thing to say. She's like, if we taxed every single transaction, we would have $1 trillion to pay for everybody's college. I was like, oh. That's your answer for everything. Tax it. Just tax
I was about to say, it's like, it's raining. Tax the rain. Like, that's not how it works. like
Like that little old lady in the commercial. That's not how any of this works.
yeah. So.
Tax the farmers. They've been holding all that good rain.
Oh, yeah. They've been holding it back. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Whenever you have somebody say, tax this or tax that, like, you always got to be a little suspect of their motives. But Rashida Tlaib had some great persuasion. AOC had some great persuasion until she burnt up all the goodwill she had. It was very strange. Like, you know, you've got somebody reaching across, extending an olive branch, and you just slap it away. That's generally not like, it's just generally not good.
So
good human interaction.
Let's jump into this. I do have one story. Tony, Lynn, Phil, I don't know if you guys have been watching the news at all today. I absolutely have not. I've been trying to like keep up to date with all this shit. So I do have one. The Mets owner, Steve Cohen, he was one of the big guys that tried to reinvest in this hedge fund to protect them. He's the owner of the Mets. And Dave Portnoy, the guy who does Barstool Sports or whatever, like he made like a 5-minute long rant video of everybody who fucking had anything to do with this, propped up the hedge funds and allowed Robinhood to not allow buying of these stocks should all be in fucking jail. And then he called out Steve Cohen directly. His response: this is a billionaire owner of the Mets. His response: I'm just trying to make a living.
But all right, so here's my rebuttal. It's like everybody here was all trying to pick themselves up by their bootstraps, and then when we did, then we got fucking told you can't do that. And these billionaires told us pick ourselves up by the bootstraps. So what do? We fucking invested in stocks, took it to the moon, and now what's going on?
Now, to be fair, to be fair, if this short squeeze keeps going the direction that the original folks wanted it to go, a couple of these hedge fund billionaires might actually be going, hey, I'm just trying to make a living here, man. I'm just an Uber driver. I got me a side gig. I'm heading down to Starbucks to be a barista. Like, yeah, this is going to be
that might actually be a common phrase for them pretty soon.
You know what we need to tell the billionaires?
No.
Maybe they should learn to code. They need to learn to code.
Well done, Sarah. Yes.
I wish we could play the clip, but I don't even remember how long ago it was. I'm going to look it up, but this just reminds me of the South Park episode when they started stealing the songs off of Napster, and they started showing, since you stole the songs from Britney Spears, she could only afford the small jumbo jet, not the extra large jumbo jet. Oh, I'm sorry, we had no idea. Oh, since you illegally downloaded this, Will Smith's kid could only get he couldn't get his private island. It's just the most ridiculous thing because sorry, you have to live still outside of your means because of this minor setback.
Yeah, this minor setback. That's
Well,
it's going to be a flash in the pan in reality. But go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, when
That
it
was
makes
a
all the
flashback.
difference in the world for the livelihood of the other people who were smart enough to get into the groundwork of this thing. Like the people that are going to come out ahead on this and like way ahead, this is life-changing for them.
Oh, there's people that made millions off this already.
Exactly.
Yep. But now, first of all, Tony, I will say with that Napster reference, boy, we're kind of dating ourselves, but man, that was like having unprotected sex with the internet. Like whenever you download something on Napster, like you didn't know how many viruses you could potentially be getting on that. So, but that was a different time.
Wow. Oh wow. Yeah. Talk about
Sorry,
dated.
that's
That was in 2003. Ooh, but still topical now.
Real
So
quick,
the
Tony,
question
where
is-
are we at with chat? I don't know where either of us left off.
I was just looking
Well, they're
right
looking
here.
into that.
We pick back up here. Project
Okay.
Sadface GameStop stock has already dropped like $150. Well, what did it close? Like it was up
think
to like
closed
almost
at, like,
$450.
It opened at 450. I think it went down to 117. That's when, here's the other fucked up part. Robinhood was selling people stocks without their permission when it hit rock bottom. It hit that like 117 mark. They were selling their stocks saying, we're doing this for your protection because this is obviously a bad investment. When they were purposefully, the whole point of this is to hold, to not bring it down. Oh God, here we go.
Okay, some motherfuckers might go to jail for that.
Yeah.
That one right there. Like there's
This is
they
allegedly.
sent
I've
out
seen
US
screenshots
Now,
and
chicken-
stuff like that, but
Chicken in the past, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, they've sent out U.S. Marshals after motherfuckers for less. So if that can be verified, and that's not just some internet rumor, there might be some motherfuckers wearing some nickel jewelry over that one because you don't sell someone's
GameStop sitting at $311.27 right now. So
I will say this project, if you're like, say, oh, it's going down, it's on the way down. Any of the naysayers on GameStop stock, I wish I had bought in. Anybody with two fucking
if you could
brain
have got
cells
in
rubbed together,
before,
do it.
before $100, if you could have got in, it would have been great.
Let me just say this. Any GameStop stock price that is over like $6-7 is a fucking victory for GameStop. Okay, like the fact that their stock should be worth like $2, maybe $3. So anything that's over,
Let's talk about that.
It's just like
let's talk about GameStop in general. What the fuck is this going to do for GameStop? Like GameStop was circling the drain. It probably still is, right? Like this is it's a service that's no longer necessary because you can buy games online. You can fucking stream any video you want. You can buy all the equipment you want off of Amazon. Go into Walmart.
Everybody downloads games now. Yeah.
Downloads games, and the trade-in value on games is shit. Nobody trades them in anymore unless they are hard up for a couple bucks for a gallon of gas. So what does this mean for GameStop?
I saw what it will mean for GameStop, actually. It was actually laid out beautifully. The year is 2024, and you pull up to GameStop. The concierge takes your coat and you leave it at the door. The beautiful marble walls as you walk past, and you take an all glass elevator up to the 3rd floor to the used DVD section, where you pick up a used copy of Bangkok Dangerous starring Nicolas Cage. And on the way down the escalator, they give you a free spoon of caviar on your way out. And there's a butler that actually carries your bag to you to the door and wishes you a beautiful day. If this shit keeps going on, that's going to be what fucking GameStop looks like. So I'm like, yes, bring it on.
So you can buy a game brand new at GameStop today. You can open that fucker up, play it for 20 minutes, not like it, bring it back to them that same day and say, hey, this game sucks. I don't want it. I want they'd be like, okay, we'll give you like $12 in-store credit, which means, yeah, we'll just let you buy something here with that money. You don't get your money for the games. They give you in-store credit anyway. The company, like I'm not going to shit. I hate to shit on them, but yeah, they suck. It's like the worst fucking concept for a store ever. And when people saw the shady ideas, nobody goes there unless they're buying brand new shit like a console if it just happened to be out. And they had the Oculus
That's why
on sale.
they shorted it so hard. They shorted this stock 147%
because it was failing. Yeah.
of its actual stock value, because it is actually, it's not a sound company. We're getting easier and easier digital downloads and exchange of data by the day. So it's not actually a sound company, and that's why they actually shorted it 147% of all stock value, which is why it worked so well when everybody decided to troll them and just buy the stock. So if I was GameStop CEO, I'd just be like, all right, I sell all my stock. It's all yours now. Have fun, guys. Yeah.
Bye.
If I had options in the company, yeah. This is a blessing on high.
This is a story from back on the 17th. Okay, so this has been going on for a little while, and on the 17th, like everybody was trying to like this is just a little pushback. This isn't nothing to worry about. It's not going to last. Like this was like telling everybody who's backing these hedge funds to don't worry about it. It's just a little setback. It'll quell. The fact that they were worried about this, that at this time it was at $37 when it surged to 100% in 2 days. At this time it was $37, and it got to $450 today. Sorry, $39. Now look at this trend. If you were about to put money into this, going, hey, these guys are gonna fuck with it, and you didn't get in right at about this mark, like this is, if I didn't get in at this mark, I probably wouldn't have. I probably would have just backed out and been like, I'm gonna miss it. And then you see it bump like that, I'd be like, fuck, I really missed it. And a lot of people probably just looked away after reading this article. These guys pushed this so fucking far that the bubble doesn't like this. I thought this was the bubble. Like when people over evaluate a stock, like that's the bubble. Everybody thought it was going to go down after that, and then it didn't. And then they bubbled it twice, and then boom, and then it goes to fucking $450 in the last couple of days. So it's hard for me to look at this stock and go, fuck, I don't know. Could this be the start of it? Like, are they going to force the SEC and in the White House to get involved? Like, Mr. Joe Biden, hold on a sec here. I updated my soundboard, by the way.
We choose truth over facts.
Himself is supposedly monitoring this. Yet they had a press conference today, and he had nothing. They had nothing. They did not want to talk about this at all. Maybe it's because a certain individual that just got appointed to, was it the was she the secretary of a finance secretary or whatever? She used to work for the one that starts with, or no, she didn't work for him. She did speaking fees for the company that helps Robinhood in this whole mess that's losing $70 billion. She got $810,000 in speaking fees. Kind of sounds like a Hillary Clinton thing, but it's all dirty. The whole thing fucking dirty. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Now,
allegedly.
Now I'm curious, guys. I'm just curious. I'm just asking questions. You know me. I'm just a farmer planting seeds. Do you suppose the same people that can stop average folks from buying a stock in the middle of a trading day could also maybe have some degree of connection to the same people that can stop the counting of a vote during an election day? I don't know. I'm sure. I'm just crazy wildness.
Oh God.
Just a farmer planting seeds.
What was that tweet I sent you guys earlier today? It was Cernovich. I'm pretty sure it was Cernovich. Oh God,
I think
damn
so.
I'll find it. You guys keep going on.
But yeah, I'm sorry. I literally could not resist. But it was just one of those things that make you go, But there's never been such a time where we've seen such bald-faced, naked favoritism on the part of, for lack of better terms, the system as a whole. Like I don't think we've ever seen that before. Can somebody come up with a better example?
No, the example that I have is when they signed that first
project. That one was just for you, project. That was just for you.
I knew that would trigger him. So the way I see it is that first stimulus bill, none of us knew what was in it. Everybody signed it just like the Patriot Act without reading the fucking thing. They shoved it through. Come to find out, we had the largest transfer of fucking wealth to more fucking elites and foreign countries, and it made the poor even poorer and made things even harder to do. Like, being poor is a tax. Like, when you can't afford certain things, it's a tax. In a mindset, financially, the way there's different ways you can look at it, but it fucking made things worse. Like, if you really are like a lefty or Democrat and you try to have this mindset of like, I need to take care of every single person in this world, good for you. I appreciate your effort. I hope you can figure it out someday. But when you take $5 trillion fucking dollars and give it nothing but to big corporate fucking businesses and hedge funds and fucking foreign powers, you just took that money away from the people in the long run. So what this is the people trying to take that money back. This was a transfer of wealth from the elites to the little guy that they were attempting to do. And the elites, out in the open, flat out, illegally, maybe, don't know, I'm not a lawyer, but it looks fucking goddamn shady, are saying, fuck you, you can't have my money that I took from you already. I'm like, what the fuck? Anybody who's like really bitching against this, I don't understand your politics or where you're at. The little guy is fighting back and he's fucking winning. You better cheer him on, you goddamn it. Like, this is gonna piss me off if you're like,
even me, Mr. Supposedly, according to like folks like projects, that face, Mr. Evil, is fucking awesome. I can't help but like. What I do find funny is that the hedge fund and the elites are all like, "Wait, what? Common folks are making money on the stock market? This is an outrage. We need to shut this down immediately. Do you know what dangers this could bring?" Like, yeah, that was what I did find pretty funny. And again, boy, this happened in a hedge fund, folks. Couldn't happen to a nicer set of folks, right?
Well, they're just trying to make a living. Yeah, just a billionaire Met owner just trying to make a living, guys. Like, fucking back off.
I've never heard of more.
What do you guys want? I'm just trying to make a fucking living here.
I mean, what more you poor sons of bitches got to do? I mean, we gave you $600 whole dollars. And what are you doing? What are you doing? You could have used that to buy bread and some rice.
Because a loaf of bread's like $100 now.
And like some more bread or maybe some Texas toast. I don't know. But you shouldn't have used your money on stonks.
Drink.
Thank you. I just had to say it. But anywho.
I'm still trying to find that tweet I sent you guys. Apparently we had a lot going on in the chat today. I'm still scrolling.
Chitty chat chat. Hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Yeah.
Check us out on Twitch. Actually, hey, I have D Live pulled up. Do I have anybody actually watching on D Live tonight? It says I got one viewer on D Live. Hey, I'm gonna open up that treasure chest for whoever's actually watching. Oh, never mind. I don't have anything in the treasure chest. So, all right.
Well,
maybe it was some
one viewer on D Live. I have to say this to that one viewer on D Live. You are the best viewer on all D Live. You are the best fan in all the D Live platform. There is none greater than you, and I raise my glass to you.
D. Yeah, Yes. Hold on. I did get hold on. Like I want to do this I do this when I get flustered. So this is going to be great because I'm going to do this to myself every now and then, but I'll do it to you guys too. But like anytime I get flustered and I can't like spit out what I'm trying to say, I'm just going to do that.
Oh, you know the thing.
Yeah.
Thing.
What about Truly International?
I'm working on. Yeah, I almost had the pressure before the show, but I did get this one.
I promise you, the president has a big stick.
I saw Biden today.
Try.
Biden today did a message for GLAAD, which is something to do with like LGBTQ 8675309. And anyway, he says, he goes, you are great. You were just outstanding. You are better than everyone else. And you are special. You're special. It's a really good, and it is on TikTok just randomly, something about GLAAD and Joe Biden, and you should find it if you can. And
I don't know. I was too busy looking up the
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
The hairy legs thing. I couldn't like get that down into one button. There's too much there to unpack. Yeah. Hold on a sec here. Got a couple of comments I gotta pull up. Hey, oh, god damn it. Hey chicken, where's Hans? Oh wait, you're going for more views. Okay, got it. Good call.
like I know what you mean. Like grow the like farm like up.
Like grow the farm like up. Urasama. There's Hans is amazing dick bag. Wow, getting violent in the chat. All right. Dick bag.
Like
Now,
project like sad face
Project,
like
what are you drinking,
not
Lynn?
a night like
No. Guys, go back to the Project Sad Face comment here. Project punctuation is very important. We don't know if you think Hans is amazing and we're dick bags, or you think Hans is an amazing dick bag, okay? Punctuation is important, all right? I'm just going to point that out. So,
And Project Sad Face out of context. He's obviously a MAGA supporter.
And now we have that on film.
MAGA confirmed.
All right. So yes, like, share, subscribe, folks, and well, yeah, yes, you got Corn Pop. Yes, definitely always have Corn Pop. So yeah, Lynn, like, what are you like drinking tonight, sir? Asked Jeff Pesca.
Like I am like drinking some Cardew 12-year scotch with then afterwards I'm gonna have me some like Templeton like rye. Like it's a 4-year. That's the I got the 4. Yeah. Either way, good. All
right,
stuff.
I'm done with the like thing. I just had to troll Project there a little bit. Okay, I gotta find this goddamn tweet. I'm getting so frustrated. I can't find what the hell I had sent you guys earlier, but it was like a list.
Thing.
Yeah.
You know the thing.
You know the thing.
I'm working on it.
Goddamn.
Oh my god, Twitter's got so much shit tonight. There's gonna be so many memes about this whole thing. Let's round up our thoughts on the whole stonks thing, because there's other things to talk about tonight.
Drink.
The 2 hours of this. So drink. Yep. Tony, what are your final thoughts on this whole shenanigans and what's going on? Oh my god, George. Okay, hold on. Sorry, Portnoy was on Tucker tonight. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. It was only 2 minutes long. Okay, never mind. Anyway, sorry, Tony, go ahead.
I'm just at this point, like, you're seeing them figure out the collateral damage. You're seeing them figure out how to implement the contingency plan, and I think that's what you're going to see by next week. Is going to be probably business as usual, but I would assume that the Reddit trolls have probably got another plan in place, so we could be doing this dance for a while. I don't think this was a one-off, because it'd be a pretty big, large-scale one-off if it was. I think that you're going to see more things like this. Maybe it won't be as impactful, but I don't know. I guess I'm just interested to see what the next couple of weeks bring, if this dies off or if this becomes kind of a new part of the battle playing the stock market.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Lynn, what are your thoughts?
I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with this, with these class action lawsuits against Robinhood. That just seems really like sticking it to the man for doing some shady shit. I like the underdog story here. I mean, there's people that don't give a fuck about their stocks at all, that just dumped all this money in just to see other people fucking hurt that deserved to get hurt. So it's something that it didn't matter if you're a lefty or a righty. We can all get behind and watch these billionaires just go, oh, fuck, what do I do? You know, and it, I don't know. It's a feel-good story of the year, and it's not even the end of fucking January yet.
Yeah, that's right. Phil, I'll let you have the last word. I'm going to go ahead. I think if you don't pay attention to Twitter, this is the perfect time because people are aligning themselves either with the elites or with the people. I think this is a really important time to actually pay attention on what they are saying because some people are foolishly throwing themselves into the mob and making sure they are well-established elites. And this is the unmasking, unveiling of the most stupid, ugly people in the entire fucking world that are so removed from what you and I and any other red-blooded American fucking thinks on what is good and what's evil. Hedge funds have a bad history. Not every hedge fund is evil. No. Some are very fucking evil. And the ones that were getting taken down have had a history of doing some pretty shady shit, and people went after them. And when you side with people that do shady shit, expect the shady shit to come back your way. I think this is I don't know how this is going to turn out. I don't know long term. Like I said, I went into this. I threw $200 at it. Not a lot of money. It's not a big deal. If I lose it, I'm going to lose it in principle. I'm going to be happy I lost it because I lost it to a good cause. It's not going to be like taxing me for shit I can't control and do anything about. At least my $200 went to something that I felt was fucking good. It was like a charity to me. So I am excited to lose my $200, or if I make money off of it, fuck yeah, good for me. That's kind of how I look at this whole thing. I don't care if eventually they win in the long run, because this is only the second American revolt. This is the first peaceful one, but this is the second American revolt of 2021, and I look forward to many more the rest of this year. I'm excited. Phil, all yours, sir.
Now, in counter to something Tony said and something that I think would be well advised for all of us to remember, this is not going away. This is not going to fade out in the future. This is not going to be a flash in the pan. People have now figured out a way to implement defensive and even at times malicious investing tactics, and they found ways to crowdsource it. They will try to regulate it. They will try to get ahead of it, but the internet is always a step ahead. The innovator is always a step ahead of the regulator, and he always will be. And so this is not going to go away, and what's going to eventually happen is both sides will figure out how to apply malicious investment against those that they don't like. And then, much like the 1920s, the era of I'm just going to invest in a company without knowing shit all will actually finally come to a close in this century again, and we'll actually come back to an era when men and women were proud to own a stock in a company because they knew what it was, they believed in it, and they had their heart and soul into it, and it wasn't just a speculation of the day. And so that is where this all ultimately ends. As much like how there was a realignment in the 1920s, we have now found a way, people have found a way to maliciously or defensively invest. And now the paradigm has changed.
I absolutely love it. Like, I know it sounds stupid because I always talk about fiscal responsibility, but I absolutely love it that people are willing to take their $600 stimulus and fucking throw it away for a good cause. Bravo, everybody involved. I applaud you all. This is an amazing day for America. So, all right, let's put that one behind us. Next topic, Tony. Do you have any? I know I had sent you guys on Messenger, and I was honestly trying to look that up too. But this is such a long fucking thread. I haven't found that yet either. But there were other stories that happened this week. Like other things did happen. There's other things happening today, but this is just kind of taking everything over.
Yeah, like I told Project, I haven't really consumed any outrage porn in the last few days because of this. So yeah, there's other things happening.
Yeah, there's other things happening, and I'm still scrolling. Like we had things we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
Liz
you. Did you watch that video I sent you, Chicken? I sent that to you earlier. It was Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh yeah,
making her statement.
That's a good one. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
Because oh my god. Okay, yeah. This is something I did want to bring up. Thank you.
I do appreciate her for the fact that she's hot, and also that she made a lot of sense. But
well, not if you're a hardcore leftist.
Mhm.
If you're a hardcore leftist.
I mean,
how dare you talk about being anti-war? How dare you, you fucking bastards? Let me find it here. That and the one with me, you and Trav. There it is. Okay, I'll find it here in a second. So I'll pull it up here. So this is not copyrighted by any means. It's just Tulsi Gabbard talking to her fans on Twitter. So we can share this. Yay.
all right.
I know, right? Lynn's like, cool, I get to see Tulsi Gabbard.
So when Tulsi gets on the screen, she will be the second most attractive person on the screen.
Tom Pinion, I got a crush on a politician, but she's not in office anymore. But at least she ain't Nancy Pelosi. I'm just saying.
Oh, shots fired.
Now, what would really offend Tom is if, like you said, you did have a crush on Nancy. You're like, hey, that's his girl. That's his girl.
Yeah,
but
she's mine. She's not anti-war. Oh my god, Tom.
Anyway,
I'm gonna do some like weird mental gymnastics, backflips to like make it sound like she is pro-war. I'm not getting into it. Let's go.
I was about to say, even if that's the case, you're grading on a curve because every Democrat in the last 20 years seems to be like, I've never seen a war I didn't like. Can we go to a few more wars? That'd be marvelous. Tulsi, Tulsi was like, hey, can we maybe not go to all the wars? You freaking what? You get out of the party. So yeah. Like I said, the second most attractive person on the podcast right now.
Real quick before we play this.
Thank you, Phil.
If you watched her, I think she was on Rogan again last week or this week.
She was.
She dyed her hair in the sexy stripes gone now, I think. But anyway,
I like that stripe though.
She looked like Storm on X-Men. I was like, yeah, no, but
the mob stormed the Capitol on January 6th to try to stop Congress from carrying out its constitutional responsibilities or behaving like domestic enemies of our country. But let's be clear. The John Brennans, Adam Schiff, and the oligarchs in big tech who are trying to undermine our constitutionally protected rights and turn our country into a police state with KGB-style surveillance are also domestic enemies and much more powerful and therefore dangerous than the mob that stormed the Capitol. Now, John.
We'll pause it there. There's a lot right there. I can already see Triple Commie Tom going, oh no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I can't imagine why the Democrats don't like her.
I was reading Tom's comment there. I was yeah, she's saying certain pictures, but yeah, the idea is, again, now Tom, we got to pull up this comment.
Well, we're talking about the video.
Now.
We're not arguing with Tom in the chat. We
I
can do that
must always argue with Tom in the chat.
I know, but we can do that in the post show.
You can do that on chat.
You can type in, like, you have fingers. You have fingers, sir. So Tulsi's video. Hopefully, Phil was obviously distracted by the boobies in the chat. That was Tom. So Tony, what did you think so far of what Tulsi said on there?
Well, I think she reminds everybody in the beginning that, you know, she's a Democrat, because she says, "Hey, bad stuff. But hey, let's not forget that there's other evil motherfuckers here that people aren't addressing, and I'm going to address them by name right here and now." I love that. I fucking love it. So yeah, I understand why Democrats are like, yeah, well, she's a Republican in sheep's clothing. That's not the worst fucking thing in the world.
Like the opposite of a rhino for the Democrat side. Yeah.
A dino.
Yeah.
But see, the just keep watching the video further. The targets that are represented in this is just it kind of hits close to home on some of y'all. So that's why I wanted to show this video. That's all.
Anyway, Phil, what did you think? Did you actually watch that piece of Tulsi, or were you reading the chat the whole time?
Whole time, but I had to get this. Just had to get this out of the way. Tom's going, I'm not even anti-war, so that's why he's not even anti-war, so that's why he's not hating on Tulsi. Well, Tom, that's clearly why you voted for Biden, considering he invaded Syria not even 70 hours into office. So, you know, hey, you get what you vote for, sir.
All right, let's continue with the video that Phil's not watching.
Well, now I'm watching it. Fuck off. Undivided attention.
John Brennan said.
So I know, looking forward, that the members of the Biden team who have been nominated or have been appointed are now moving in laser-like fashion to try to uncover as much as they can about what looks very similar to insurgency movements that we've seen overseas, where they germinate in different parts of a country and they gain strength, and it brings together an unholy alliance frequently of religious extremists, authoritarians, fascists, bigots, racists, nativists, even libertarians.
Now, President Biden, I call upon you and all members of Congress from both parties to denounce these efforts by the likes of Brennan and others to take away our civil liberties that are endowed to us by our Creator and guaranteed in our Constitution. If you don't stand up to these people now, then our country will be in great peril.
All right. Now
I'm going to go ultimatum.
I'm going to go commie Tom here, because this was, you have to listen to this a couple times to get a frame of reference of what John Brennan's saying. He's saying there's an unholy alliance between certain groups, and he names a whole bunch of bad groups, and then
piles them together.
Piles them together and then throws libertarians in there, because that's the unholy alliance. He's saying that even some libertarians are thinking like these bad people, and that's the unholy alliance. So John Brennan's he's a terrible person. I hate John Brennan with every cell in my body. He is not a good faith actor in any means. But what he said there is not necessarily wrong, and she's kind of using it as propaganda. So I'm gonna give her props for being good at persuasion, because this is a very persuasive video, which Phil should absolutely just enjoy. But context wise, I don't know. I just I get why people are shitting on her for this one, because she's trying to make it sound like John Brennan's making libertarians look like boogeymen, which I've been doing from the start, because we're in the fucker libertarians and conservatives while fucking Robinhood was raping and pillaging today the American public. Oh, nowhere to be found. But anyway, No, I'll take the criticism of her, but meanwhile, libertarians sit on their fucking dicks all day.
Well, what are they?
Sorry,
supposed to do?
libertarians listening, you
It's
suck.
not like they have any actual institutional power to do anything. So, like, what do you expect them to do?
Well, they don't even talk anymore. They just
they'll
they
give a marvelous lecture if you like.
not even anymore.
Hey, speaking of which, Chicken, have you finished Atlas Shrugged yet?
Almost. I got a little bit left,
Almost.
dude. I'm fucking into it though. It's.
But
a good book.
apparently, when you finish that book, you're all of a sudden you're a
No
libertarian
spoilers!
again.
No spoilers! No spoilers! No spoilers!
I was a libertarian when I started reading it, and then I became like a anarchist halfway through. So I'm scared of what's going to come out the other end.
You come out the other end like a super libertarian. Apparently, I don't know. I never read the book, so I'm just going off of what I've witnessed in my fucking short time on this planet.
I like where I'm at. Maybe I just won't ever finish it. I like this anarchist feeling of fuck everything.
No. Finish it. Trust me. You'll be happy you did.
Tom says libertarians want businesses to be able to do what they want. They are all about the elites getting richer. Technically, I mean, yeah, they want open markets, but they want everybody to have a fair shot at becoming that. That's a very like libertarian version. Liberty. Well, I just Phil, you fill in the gaps here, but I think that's a watered down view of libertarians. I really like that is like the laziest kind of like bring you want a real critique of libertarians. The ones that have not been around since 2016, 2012. That was the last time we saw good libertarian movements. Sorry.
I was about to say, I mean, the libertarians, like, I bet if you were to talk to like Rand Paul, probably one of the most prominent libertarians in American politics, he would be very much on the side of the rest of us. It's because the thing that you're kind of missing in this analysis of yours, Tom, is that the main base of the idea of libertarianism is liberty. People being free to move and being able to freely engage in the market. And at this moment, people cannot freely engage in the market. And that's kind of what this whole kerfuffle's all about.
Hold on, go back to that last one, Tony. This is the whole fucking, this is the silliest one. This is great. This is what I've been seeing all day. Well, they don't want regulation and free market, so Robinhood can do whatever they want because they're an independent organization.
No, Tom, we're not talking about free speech and Twitter, okay?
He corrected himself. He corrected himself. It was a typo. He said they do want free markets.
Oh, well, okay.
But no, the last part though. So Robinhood can do what they want. That's the part.
Yeah,
I'm
like
making.
Twitter, right? Like Twitter.
Yeah, like Twitter. They're
Yeah.
an independent organization. They can do whatever they want. They're public. Yeah. They're a private industry. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Publicly traded stock market's a little bit stickier, and also people that still keep making this really bad argument that Twitter's a private company and they can do whatever they want. I'm sorry if you still make that argument in this year of our Lord 2021. You're just not a smart person. I'm sorry. You might think you are, but you're not. Because when a company that consumes and gobbles up that much taxpayers subsidized bandwidth just to keep its business model running for one more day is going to say, oh, we're completely private and can do whatever we want. That's a little bit closer to a public utility than anybody really wants to admit.
Thanks for the
just a little side
note. That's some heavy input there, Project Sadface. Thank you. And then Tom, yes, that's what libertarians want. Do you know what libertarians want, Tom? Because I don't think you know what conservatives want, Tom. I'm just throwing that.
I was about.
Excuse me.
More mind reading. Oh,
Yep,
but
yep,
so I
yep.
will say,
More mind.
I will
reading,
say that when it comes to libertarians, yes, they have been sadly quite silent in quite a few of the issues of our day in the last few years. Like I said, when it comes to institutional power, though, there really isn't any there. So I don't know how much you want him to do. I mean, Rand Paul can give a nice speech if you like. Ron can maybe give a nice speech if his health is up for it that day. I don't know what else you really want from the libertarians.
My issue with libertarians, I mean, if they pick somebody in 4 years to fucking run that would get at least what's the required amount of votes to get them, like, what is it, 5 or 7%, so that the 4 years later they can show up in the debates. That's all I'm trying to get that third party in to the debate. So we have 3 people out there, because, like, I don't know, it hasn't been since like the 90s since I've seen like 3 people debating the presidential, and that was what, Ross Perot, because he had a lot of fucking money. Yeah. So, but that's my whole thing is, like, I want 3 different fucking opinions on the fucking mat for the next presidential
I want
debate.
8 different opinions. Yes.
Well, yeah, I want as many opinions as possible, because we're not just left and right. There's some middle people. There's some fucking people way the fuck out there. There's some people way the fuck over there, and there's some people like kind of in the middle, and some people in the kind of on the other side. We need as many fucking ideas as possible, and, like, yeah, we all need to come together and vote for not just left and right. Well, that's just me, but
what I
think
about the
a
idea
libertarian
of having,
would be a good idea.
What I like about having at least a third person on the debate stage is it takes away the main focus of just tearing down your opponent, and it actually forces you to talk a bit about your plans and your ideas and your platforms. You can't just focus on shitting on the other person. You have to talk about what you would do a little bit more. I mean, eventually, yeah, I'm sure it would evolve back into a 3-way dance of shitting on each other. But in the immediate, it does. It's not just a one-on-one boxing match. You do have to sell yourself instead of just make the other person look bad. And I think that gets missing in a lot of these debates and these campaigns. I think you're right, though. There's so many different people with so many different ideas that it would be nice to have real legitimate options, or at least give another option a snowball's chance. Not we know it's going to be a long fucking time unless the absolute perfect person at the right fucking time comes along. And that person did come along. Unfortunately, he ran as a Republican, so it didn't make a lick of fucking difference anyway. So until we get the right person running at the right time, and it could be in the next election. It could very well easily be in the next election. Somebody running.
Trump runs as an independent.
I think he should.
No, that's not going to happen. He won't.
He should.
He's not. I don't think he's going to run. I don't think they're going to
timestamp this shit. Timestamp it. Watch.
Okay, all right. Let's do our 4 year from now
somebody.
Trump predictions. Our 4 year from now Trump predictions. Chicken gun.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's either going to be Trump Jr. or he'll endorse somebody else. I don't think it'll be his daughter. I really don't. Trump Jr. actually has a big following and a growing following. Whether you like him or not, the dude's persuasive. He's if you can mix Donald Trump with George Bush, because George Bush was the Republican you could sit down and have a beer with. And then you had the Donald Trump of we'll get to her. Jesus, calm down. I'm pulling it up. But anyway, I think Donald Trump Jr. is the guy you could have a beer with and bullshit with and have a conversation with, and has his dad's kind of mentality, possibilities of draining the swamp type thing. But anybody who's actually paying attention, knows it's all a fool's errand. So I don't know. That's my prediction. I honestly, I think there'll be a battle up until 2022. It'll be like Tea Party. They'll do it to get congressional seats and Senate seats, and then it'll be squashed before the presidential elections and primaries to make sure the GOP and Democrats remain in power. I don't see it changing.
So
but to Tom's comment that was just on the screen that you
Oh my
once
God,
you
he wants
submit
to
yourself
fight with Tom
being,
so bad.
when
Tom, you better jump on the
right?
post show.
we're trying
When
to
you
move
submit
forward.
yourself to being a publicly traded company, you actually do submit yourself to certain laws and regulations. So it doesn't quite work
Phil?
like that. So
Phil, write these down, and then we'll invite him post show, and we can address it then.
well,
You're
right
like
on the
you're
screen,
fucking with the feng shui of the
The
show.
feng shui.
Corn pop.
So,
what?
I mean, this is the moneymaker right here. I don't even know what, like right here. This is the moneymaker.
Yeah, I haven't made a fucking dime off this show.
All right,
so
I got like a question that kind of delves back towards the previous topic with the whole Robinhood and the stonks. Sorry, got a drink.
Stonks drink.
Either way, is this going to symbolize the revitalization of the fucking 99% fucking March on Wall Street fucking, you know what I mean?
So okay,
Are we going to bring back some more fucking protests at Wall Street and occupy fucking Wall Street?
They're already replanning Occupy Wall Street. January 30th noon in the same park Occupy Wall Street went down. It was the Young Republicans Party that is fucking organizing it right now, like because of what happened with Robinhood and everything this week. So it's funny. It's Republicans that want to occupy Wall Street now, all these years later. It's fucking crazy. It's weird how everything just is upside. We are in the upside down. It's
about as ironic as the name Robin Hood.
I know, right?
Yeah. But no, Lynn, you're not going to see any resurgence of Occupy Wall Street, and it's certainly not going to get the same press that it used to.
Timestamp that shit.
Biden is in office. The leftist protesters have served their purpose. They will not be tolerated to the same level that they were previously.
Let's let time tell about that shit.
I wrote it down.
All right.
Are you guys ready to talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene?
All right. So who's Marjorie Taylor Greene? Since Project Sadface really wants us to talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene! ! Times fucking 3. I don't know shit about this, so somebody explain it to the fucking lonely fucking squirrel nut fucker in Missouri.
Like I said, I haven't been paying attention to outrage porn in the last few days. I've been paying attention to the stock market. So I don't know why we're supposed to be angry at this person this particular week, but we'll find out if it does merit condemnation or not. Chicken, take it away.
All right, let's find out if she's a piece of shit of the week or not.
No, I want to talk about a Tom comment. Tom comment. Let's go back to the Tom comment.
Yeah. Tom trying to hijack the show.
All right. Yahoo News Representative Johanna.
Yahoo. Wow.
Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene not to be seated on House Education Committee after she questioned the legitimacy of Sandy Hook shooting. Now, there's one thing I've learned. There's one thing I've learned. One thing I've learned about reading clickbait headlines. This headline is claiming she questioned the legitimacy of Sandy Hook shooting. Let's find out.
Exactly what it says.
So they went to an old tweet, right?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Did she share some tweet from like fucking 4 years ago or whatever? Or
probably that's probably what this is.
Okay.
So let's see. Blah blah blah. Hateful rhetoric and conspiracy theories about legitimacy of mass shootings in schools, including at Sandy Hook, should disqualify her from serving. It has become clear that she should not be seated in this committee. To further this narrative, Hayes wrote, Greene's behavior has landed the freshman lawmaker at the center of various controversies. Blah blah blah. None of that matters.
Love that advertising.
Yeah, I gotta skip. Yeah. Anyway, rebuke GOP leaders. None of that's relevant. Assigning her the education committee when she has mocked the killing of little children. So this is an accusation that somebody is quoting here. Assigning her the education committee when she has mocked the killing of little children in Sandy Hook Elementary School, when she mocked the killing of teenagers at the high school at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. Pelosi said on Thursday. So this is coming from Pelosi. Or this is
Tom's girlfriend.
This is thinking too generous, a word for what they might be doing. It's absolutely appalling. I think it focus on the Republican leadership of the House of Representatives disregard the disregard they have for death of those children. Okay, so this sounds really bad. These claims are horrible. If this is true, if this is true, yeah. Allowing Green to be seated on the education committee. They're really mad about her being on the education committee. Why wouldn't you just want her removed from Congress? If these are the claims, if all this is true, why is she even in Congress?
Right?
Yeah,
You're mad that she's on a committee?
I'm waiting to I'm hearing a lot of what other people said. I'm waiting for the part to get where
I want to see the meat and potatoes.
I'll condemn based on what she actually said if there's something there. This is all new to me.
As leaders of this country, this body, and Republicans in Congress, we can call you to denounce the deplorable action statements and pattern of behavior of Green. So just more ripping her apart. I've seen these members of the refuse to go through the metal detectors and go onto the floor. They're mad because she's got a gun.
Okay.
Saying things like physical violence and harm should come to members. Did she say that? Okay, so this is a quote. Let's read here. Hayes said, I've seen members turned away from the floor because they were carrying guns. I've seen specifically Representative Green posing in front of members of Congress with an automatic weapon saying things like physical violence and harm should come to members. And whether it's through their direct actions or through their words and actions inspiring other people to do this, I've never felt like Congress wasn't a place where I was physically safe until the last couple of weeks. So they're going to throw this quote in there with zero proof.
It's just hearsay.
This lady. I'm not defending this lady.
Is that
there's
hearsay?
no proof of this.
Is she holding an automatic weapon? Seriously?
It's illegal to hold an automatic weapon.
I know, right?
Have an automatic weapon.
Yeah, and an automatic weapon. Apparently, somebody who's uneducated in firearms is speaking. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She's probably not I've heard a little bit about this lady. She's probably not that great of a representative, but
yeah, she doesn't sound like the fucking greatest fucking.
But I think, from what I'm gathering right now, this is just dogpiling, every bad thing that you can say about her and make up about her, and letting
everybody fucking hate this lady.
Letting a Yahoo News journalist do what they do.
Speaking of Yahoo,
sending a letter. Letter raises Spectre. They talk about Sandy Hook. What's this quote here? The survivors, families, and communities touched by these atrocities are still grieving, coping with residual trauma, and working to move forward with their lives while remembering those that they have lost, Hayes writes. Family members are still deeply haunted by the graphic images and incident footage of their murdered loved ones and the memories of the bodies who were forced to identify in morgues. Each a timely basis conspiracy theory emerges, questioning the legitimacy of these mass murders and the memory of their lost loved ones. The wounds of those impacted by violence are real. Okay, I get that. That's fair. Okay, so then they throw in addition to the video of Green and Hogg. So this is referring to David Hogg. Did they talk about David Hogg before this?
No. Not that I'm aware of.
No, I skipped some things. Hold on, I'm gonna look up Hogg. Okay, on Wednesday, California. This is the first time it shows up. Okay, U.S. House of Representatives at a weekly news conference, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi rebuked GOP leaders for failing to censor Green after offensive language and past actions, which surfaced again on Thursday when a video of Green confronting Parkland shooting survivor David Hogg. Okay, so they don't say what she confronted him about.
Went viral, so that means there's a video of her doing that, right?
Okay, we got to find that video. All right.
So now we got to do our homework here before we shit all over this lady, right?
So David Hogg.
Yeah, you got to make sure that the shitting is justified.
Yeah. So
like what did she confront him about? Like that's
I don't know.
because like he
I was
kind of
about to say this is like Marv from Sin City. You can't shit on somebody without knowing they deserve a good shitting. So yeah,
I know,
we're
but
making sure this-
from what I remember about David Hogg, wasn't he the guy that didn't show up to school the day of Sandy Hook and then found out that there was shit going on and then
Nope. Totally wrong there. He was not at Sandy Hook, first of all.
he was at the other
Marjorie
school shooting.
Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High, and it was a multi-building facility. And from what I can tell, he was in a different building.
He wasn't. From what I gathered is he wasn't even in the campus, and then he heard what was going on, and then he showed up, like just to show up to be on camera. But that could be like hearsay too. I know, dude. It's like I don't know. It's been a while since David Hogg was in the radar for the fucking news, but it seemed like he just showed up just to be in the fucking camera, and he had nothing to do with the shooting because he wasn't even at the scene until after the fact. He was just a student there that was, I don't know. But anybody know more about the fucking David Hogg can please back me up on this one because I don't know much. I just know that
this is okay.
He's been in every fucking spotlight since his incident, and I don't know if he has any legitimacy because he would probably call me hate speech guy or whatever. I don't care, but whatever.
This is fascinating right now. I don't know if we're gonna be able to solve this one tonight because like I've literally like been clicking all these different fucking links while Lynn was talking, and like it's CNN with little clipped versions of it, like just shitting on her, and you don't see the full context of the video.
Okay.
So I'm not protecting her. I'm not defending her because she sounds kind of she sounds like a nut job. I'm not gonna lie. Project Sad Face, I kind of know who she is. I don't know that much
I've
better.
got a proposal.
Like a nut job, but it sounds like
a proposal.
She could be being smeared a little bit.
We should field this for next week. We're all going to do just a little bit more research, see if we can find some greater context and see what it is that's going. And we will make that a segment for next week to find out who shall shat and who shall not shat upon.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I'm gonna give Project the benefit of the doubt tonight because she does kind of seem like a psycho chick. I don't think she's that great. AOC is streaming on Twitch talking about Robinhood. Great. She's taking streams. She's taking views from hardworking actual people. I fucking love AOC. She's awesome. You know, she can just stream on Twitter with the people that actually like her. I guess Twitch likes her. Fuck.
I'm just hoping.
By the way, we're on Twitch.
She has a very
nobody's watching us. Nobody's watching us on Twitch because we're not lefties. So
fuck off.
We're not Twitchers. We're not Twitchy.
I will say I do hope that across AOC's potentially very long political career, she does eventually learn to actually grab the olive branch when it's being extended across to her, rather than just batting it away. she'll end up getting a lot more done across her lifetime. But that's a different topic for a different presidential administration. So, yep.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
folks.
was really going to try to dive into that story, but there's a lot there. So Project Sad Face, I'll give you credit because that might be something worth diving into. That'll be something we can discuss more next week because I don't know.
Yeah.
I think she's being smeared a little bit. I don't think she's a good person though.
I'm sorry if I kind of shit on David Hogg a little bit, but
David Hogg's not a good person either.
I'm not gonna fucking apologize too much. I guess I am sorry, but I'm not. Oh well. Next topic.
Dave, the only reason I think David Hogg's not a good person is he made millions off of the deaths of his friends. So
yeah, and he wasn't even there. But I digress.
Yeah. Anyway, anybody else got something?
All right, we're back, and we're back. Oh, thank the Lord Jesus.
The brothers are talking too much. Phil, Tony. Oh shit! Take us down a different road for fuck's sake.
Pam Anderson quit social media apparently.
Pam Anderson did?
Yeah.
Oh my
That's a
god.
story.
Oh,
Can we
how
do
will we ever?
Who?
Pam Anderson.
Didn't she die of hepatitis like 12 years ago?
Oh,
I was about to say, suddenly you go from not knowing who she is to knowing her fucking STD track record. Lynn, I was about to say, as the oldest guy here, no fucking bullshit that you don't know exactly who fucking Pamela Anderson is.
Well, I was just
You know
like, said
she is
who?
better than
And
anybody
why?
in this
Why are we?
fucking group. You know
My
her
question-
better than anybody in this chat.
Exactly.
You did my Tony.
She was all right.
Jesus
All right.
Christ,
Okay.
Phil.
She was the hot chick on fucking Tool Time on fucking Home Improvement
No.
back when I was a teenager. She was hot as shit. But then she started like dating Kid Rock and fucking Tommy Lee, and she ended up getting hepatitis, and we forgot about her. Why is she here? Why are we talking about Pam Anderson? That's my question.
she quit social media.
That bitch is like, dude, I don't know. People age well, but I'm pretty sure she didn't. I want to see what she looks like now because it's been a minute since I've seen what she looked like.
Barbed Wire? Great movie. Yes, Will
Barbed Wire, yo.
Yes.
Jamie, can we pull it
Right.
up? Jesus.
Speaking of which, whatever happened to Kid Rock? Fuck.
God, what was
Turned
that?
into
lady
Dr.
name?
Phil.
Like, it's Dr. Phil with a mullet or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, let's see.
I took the hip hop and I mixed it with the something.
Hold on. I got to share a video. I haven't watched this yet, and just because it's Jack Posobiec and it looks like it might be funny, we're gonna do this. I hope it's good. It looks like it's good. God damn it, where'd it go? There it is.
I don't know, man.
Share audio. Here we go.
Stonks. Sorry.
It says, I saw it, so now you have to see it.
Her name is Kamala. It's someone named Kamala. And truly, since I've begun to learn all she's done, I see she deserved that spot. And also, I learned it's no, not Kamala. So think of it like Kamala, because Kamala.
What the fuck?
The
What is
fuck am I
this?
watching?
You have to say her name correctly. It's Kamala.
I couldn't give a
Kamala.
fuck less.
This is a thing. Did you not know?
No.
This
No.
is a
I'll
thing.
call her.
You have to
I'm
say her
gonna
name
call her.
correctly.
You know what? I'm going to exercise my First Amendment and call her Camelot. Camelot. We can be the Knights of the Round Table for Camelot. I like to push the Shramalot.
This is gross. I'm not participating anymore. We got 23 seconds into 1 minute. I know.
And that's Pam Anderson.
No, I don't know who that was. What's her
Oh,
name?
I
that
was
was
gonna
not
say, it's
Pam
like, what the fuck did she do to her face? Because that didn't look like Pam Anderson.
I was about to say, like, that's like, no, the years have been kinder than that. Like,
So what does this have to do with Pam Anderson? That was my old question.
I had nothing to do with Pam Anderson.
Oh, okay. Well, god damn it. Sorry, I'm sidetracked. but
rotten.
You had me at
No.
hepatitis,
I was trying to change
Here.
and
the
you
subject.
lost me with the Kamala.
Here, this
Or
is Pam
Kamala.
Anderson back in the day. Like, there you go. That's her
Yeah.
on Tool Time on Home Improvement.
Right?
Yeah, there we go.
Stone Cold
I'm gonna-
Fox.
Pam Anderson 2021. Let me pull that up here. Hang on.
God. Good God. Good God.
Are you nervous?
Yes, I'm-
She's all mad about Julian Assange, right? Because he didn't get pardoned. That's what is that her deal?
Mm.
Because she was
Dude.
fucking Assange on the side, wasn't she?
What? All right.
Maybe.
Really?
Allegedly.
Here it is.
Allegedly.
That is not her in 2021.
That is. Well,
Wow.
probably 2020.
I was about to say,
Apparently,
too many people
hepatitis
around.
doesn't do too much to you. It just makes you look pretty decent. I mean, shit.
I'm gonna look this up.
Oh,
Julian
good
Assange.
God Almighty!
I mean, I
Julian
wouldn't kick her out of
Assange.
bed for eating crackers, but if I knew she had hepatitis, I'd probably avoid it.
Yeah.
Kick her out of bed for eating crackers. That's pretty funny. Oh, Lord.
So she's retweeted things since when did she go dark on social media?
Like a week ago or earlier this week.
So
All right, so we can't delve into that shit. Remember when Tom Hanks went
today?
dark in 2020?
what's today? Okay,
28th.
she retweeted something on the 24th.
Oh, see, that wasn't even as much as fucking Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks like dropped his Twitter for like fucking 3 months straight. Remember
All right.
that?
So she's 4 days. She's 4 days. Let's see how long she can go. I'm gonna write that down as notes to pay attention to next week.
The
Pam Anderson
counter.
Twitter.
Compared to Tom Hanks, because Tom Hanks went off of Twitter for like ever.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but-
that was because he got like COVID, and then that was right
And-
when nobody knew if anybody recovered from COVID yet.
But
It was still up
remember
in the
when
air. And then
remember
it
when
was like
Q was
Pizzagate
saying he
came
was,
to play.
and then he like changed his citizenship and he moved out of country and he like
Yeah.
just dropped Twitter altogether and it was because he was like one of the fucking elite bastards that was sucking blood from little babies and shit. Yeah, that Q shit that everybody was
Allegedly.
Yeah, no, I know, allegedly. God damn. I mean, I said when I say that Q shit, I mean fucking crazy shit. When I say Q shit, I don't mean like fucking truth. I'm not retarded. I mean, come on. I mean allegedly. And when I say that, I mean it's not true, but whatever.
Sorry, I'm like trying to troll the chat while you guys are all talking. I'm seeing like just seeing rabble in the YouTube chat. YouTube chat chilling. Facebook again. Where you guys at? Hit the like buttons, hit the share buttons, all that goddamn shit.
You can do a whole segment of all the shit Q said. Remember all that shit Q said that was completely wrong? Even down to like Ellen DeGeneres fucking drinking fucking vampire blood or whatever.
Let's talk a little bit about Q, because like I think that's good, Lynn. Like, do you know any Q folks?
No.
I know a couple. Well, like I don't know them.
I mean, we got a brother.
Yeah, well, I don't count him.
Yeah.
But I have like a couple of
who's a retard, by the way.
Yeah.
Just saying. Straight up. I've been drinking.
Hard R on that one.
With a fucking hard R. I don't care. Tom.
But
not tomfoolery, but you know Tom. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. He's banned from our channel, by the way. But anyway.
Wonder why.
I see like hands over the face, like, oh god. No, okay, so the QAnon thing, I am fascinated with the folks that like really bought it, hook, and where they're at today. I really I feel bad for them. There's this weird like feeling for me of like you fell for this scam. Like some of the shit, like not everything Q said was wrong. It's just it was like every week it was we have to wait patiently, and there's more to come, and more things are going to happen, and it's never ending, and next week it's this, and then everything I said that was going to happen never happened, but it's just part of the plan, and then the plan's going to lead to this, and then it's going to lead to this, and then it's going to lead to this. These fucking people are still buying it. Like we talked about this a week or two ago. A couple people I watch that I chat with regularly on Discord and a couple other on Reddit and other places, like I thought they were done. I thought they like gave me this distinct feeling that they were fucking out. They were done after the 20th. They are like, no, this is just part of the plan. I'm like, you motherfuckers, like wake up. This is over. Get out of it. Ooh. I feel so bad for them. They have nothing to go back to. Lynn, I'll go to you in a second. They have nothing to go back to but reality, and they don't want to face reality. And I'm so worried about them. So I don't know what's better. Go back to reality and realize the last 4 years of your life was a fucking sham, or like pick yourself up and try to figure it out. I don't know, man. Like maybe it's better to stay in the Matrix. Lynn?
All right. So what I gather out of the whole Q thing, it's just like every fucking sitcom in the 80s. Alf, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, Alf, yes.
All right. So every sitcom, like and then into the 90s, Full House, Family Matters, you name it. Every fucking sitcom you can think of, they always had one episode because they all had the same fucking writers, and them writers, there was a objective in the story where somebody tells a lie, all right, and then when they tell that lie, they realize that they're going to get caught in that lie. So you know what they do to cover up that lie? They tell another lie, and then they tell another lie, and then they tell another lie. And to the point where everything goes way out of proportion because God damn it, you can't lie enough to get yourself out of a situation. And it's always the moral of the story is, hey, you shouldn't lie because it just creates more bullshit. And Q started off with a lie, and then they went off with another lie, and then another lie, and it went off like that classic 80s sitcom where you're just sitting there going, okay, when's the truth going to come out? And they're like, oh, just wait. None of this was true. But guess what? I got another thing, and it's true.
Next month.
That's exactly what the fuck happened. And a guy growing up in the 80s who watched enough fucking sitcoms, I can tell you, once you lie, you're just going to go down another path of fucking lies until you realize that it's going to blow up in your face and you're going to be in trouble. That's kind of where I'm
getting. The elites are going to have perp walks next week. I swear it. Next week.
So I had to kind of like bring it down to the I had to bring it down to that sitcom level, but god damn it, anybody knows what I'm talking about because it's true. And I don't know what to say. Honesty is always a good thing to go with when you're trying to report shit. So if there's fact behind what you're saying, then I'll get behind you. And that's why I never got behind Q, because there was no facts to anything they were fucking saying. They didn't really provide their sources and like state what they're fucking talking about. And only fucking morons will follow like stories without any fact-based evidence.
We keep pulling up Tom comments here. He's trolling right now.
Oh, Tom, I didn't even read what he said.
Well, no. I
pull it back up.
I just went back and forth between two. Hang on, let me just explain. I went back and forth between two Tom comments because Tom just said, I'm not saying what libertarians want. The previous comment was Tom saying, what libertarians want is blah, 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 blah. Sorry, just had to do that. Sorry, you opened the door. I had to walk right on through. So
Contrarian.
Rights for each business to do what they see fit, and they live in the same confines and same regulations as others. What Robinhood did today is not within the same confines or any predictable measure of what any goddamn brokerage firm should fucking do to a free public. So I don't know how you're arguing that, Tom. Sorry. It's almost.
Well, I understand the flavor of the argument. The argument is, well, if these people can do what they want, then the argument that Twitter can ban and censor whoever they want is still sound. So I think I might have an idea of what the motivation might be, just my inclination, but if I had to guess.
So if I can piss on your car tire, that means you can piss on my shoe. That's the weird kind of argument we're trying to do is like, well, they're just inanimate objects and they're not real, they're not like real property or real things. Like they're insignificant. Who cares if you piss on somebody's shoe versus their car tire? Like, no, like, you're mixing emotion in, like you're using an emotion key on a logic door. Sometimes with some of this stuff, and I don't think people understand that. Like, especially when you have liberal tendencies, you don't understand the remove emotion away from things when you're talking about logic. You have to completely remove it. You can't mix them. Like it has to be a complete divorce from emotion before you completely understand, like, is this right or is this wrong? And what Robinhood did today was wrong. Like, take emotion out of it. It's wrong. Like, it's just flat out black and white. Sorry.
Everyone's got to try and find their political angle to try and get one over on everybody with everything now. It's not like, so that's not going to change with this or any other topic.
Oh, no, she's back.
Welcome to the show, Amanda. Oh boy,
because I said this. So she said this, and then I said that. She immediately she blew in, and she said, "Hey guys, I see you arguing in the comments. Put your dicks away." So I had to go to bat for the boys.
Yeah, go boys. Anyway, let's start wrapping up the show. Lynn's back. Go ahead and add him back to the stream. Let's wrap it up and head over to the post show. Again, as always, post show will post link if you wish to join, listen, hang out, chat, whatever you want to do. That is over. The link will be over in our Discord. I will be setting that up here shortly as we all go around the room and say our good night to everybody and give our final thoughts to everything. And I'll work on that. Tony, go ahead, man.
Fuck, I don't have a whole lot. Like this is a bit of a salty comment section tonight, and a very it was rough in there. Like I got kind of sucked into the drama a bit, but I don't know. I'm interested to see where this whole stock market game goes, and yeah, I think we've got some good stuff for next week. But yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying some bourbon, and yeah, let's do a post show.
That sounds awesome. Lynn, what do you got to and wrap up the night? Like, what do you want to tell the folks? And what'd you learn? What was your favorite moment?
The stunk talk, just because I wanted to drink again. Yeah. I was just reading a story, a little comment here about Brant. Did you guys throw up the Brant comment yet?
Didn't see it.
All right, I saw it on the Facebook feed, and it says, "Hey Tony and Phil, off subject, but do you think Lynn would have handled the 13 inches that was fed to Fairmont?"
Oh,
Okay.
you think?
Now I'm thinking he's talking snow totals. If you're all talking about me taking in 13 inches, but that's a little bit much for me.
Well, no, hang on. How? Okay, 13 inches is a lot, but it's really more about how
That's what she said.
wide the 13 inches is. Like length.
Yeah,
isn't
what's the
factor.
girth?
It's how-
What's the fucking
what's
girth,
the diameter?
Brant?
Exactly. That's
What's
the
the
important.
fucking girth?
Exactly.
Because there was like a little meme about like a person's butthole can like expand out to a certain amount, and then like a raccoon could like shrink down to a certain
The
size.
human anus
So
can
in
stretch
technicality,
so
you
far.
could you could fucking fit 2 raccoons in your butthole.
Discord links in the chat, by the way.
Yeah,
Social
since we're
links
on
in
that topic,
Discord.
but either way, yeah, as far as like snow removal is concerned, I could fucking handle 13 inches of fucking snow, dude. I mean, the last 4 fucking years I was a superintendent of Fairmont, I could fucking tell you, and I can attest that I was one of the best snow removal crews Fairmont's ever fucking seen in only a short time. Not being cocky, I'm just saying I did things logistically and fucking smart. But the guy that's behind me, Mr. Dan Slocum, did a fucking great job from what I heard. So I taught him well. Other than that, you guys have a good fucking night, and we will see you in the Discord fucking flippy floppies and the after show. And I will hand the baton off to who the fuck is
Phil.
left.
Phil, finish it off, buddy.
Folks, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us for the Dog and Chicken Show, episode 74, Robin Hood, not another type. I am the devilishly handsome outlaw himself, your king of extreme, Phil KOE. Be sure to check me out at YouTube over at KOE Nation right after you've liked, shared, subscribed right here at the Dog and Chicken Show at Big Buckin' Entertainment. And also, when you're done with all that, yes, even Tom Foolery has been here. Check him out on YouTube. Also, go over to Grow the Farm Up on YouTube if you want to find out everything about sustainable agriculture and the new cover crop revolution that's hitting us, folks. Also, Yanked Up Podcast, Justin, thank you for joining us. Project Sad Face, Amanda, Barasama, all of you, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. All of you, raise a glass to yourselves. Chicken, take it away.
One last toast to the center of the screen, folks. Let's have a cheers. Make sure you jump into the Discord. I put it into the chat on all platforms. And like I said, you don't have to even jump on camera or any of that stuff. You can just sit in, listen in, or chat in the little private chat room. You can do it on your phone. You can do whatever you want with it. We don't care. We will be recording it as we get a little drunker and talk a little bit more shit and things get a little bit more raunchy. So, Jeff Peskoff, I fucking hope to see you there this
Thanks,
week.
Jeff.
Cheers.
Stonks.
Cheers.
That's 2 drinks. Good night, everybody. Appreciate y'all. As always, stay around here. Love you. Bye.